A lot of runners coming to Tokyo Marathon might be looking forward to something even more than the race itself. The food. Tokyo is one of the world's great food capitals, and there are so many things you can only eat here. So, what Japanese foods should runners definitely eat? And which Japanese food should you avoid before the race?
Running Hub Japan.
Hi guys, this is Hideki from Running Hub Japan. I'm a professional running tour guide and I have finished Tokyo Marathon 6 times. This year will be my seventh Tokyo Marathon. I was born and raised in Japan, a true Tokyo local. Today, I'm going to break down the top 3 best and top 3 worst Japanese foods to eat before race day. And at the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to order the best food. First, one quick thing. Every single worst food I'm about to mention is absolutely delicious. I really want you to try it while you are in Japan. I'm only saying it's not a great idea right before the race, so don't get the wrong impression. And for both the best and the worst picks, I'll also share my recommended places in Tokyo where you can actually eat them. Alright, worst pick number 3, Tonkatsu. And honestly, it's so good. That crispy, crunchy breading, the juicy pork, once you try it, you get addicted. And with a bowl of rice, it's basically paradise. But here's the problem, it's deep fried, which means a lot of oil. Right before a marathon, that can sit heavy, cause stomach issues. And it's also way too calorie dense for what you want pre race. So, my advice, save tonkatsu for after the race. It's a perfect reward meal. If you want my recommendation, go to Katsupuripo in Shinjuku. It's a bit more expensive than a typical tonkatsu place, but I can personally vouch for it. The quality is absolutely worth it. And if we were thinking that's a little too pricey, no worries. A chains like Worko are a great option too. Worst pick number 2, sushi. And yeah, I don't even need to say it. Sushi is one of those Japanese food you absolutely have to try. But before a race, raw seafood is a no-go. It's just not worth the risk. And another thing people don't realize, sushi can be way higher in salt than you'd expect, especially once you start dipping everything in soy sauce. Honestly, local runners in Japan don't eat sushi before a big race. Now, you might already know this, but sushi comes in a huge range from ultra high end places where you basically can't even get a reservation unless you are a celebrity, all the way down to casual conveyor belt sushi, which is called kaiten sushi in Japanese. Yes, kaiten sushi is awesome. I go with my family all the time, but since you were in Tokyo, why not try something a little nicer? My personal recommendation is Aizawa in Shibuya. It's definitely a higher end spot, but still within reach. And I'll tell you something. When I was younger, I actually didn't like sushi. But after I went to Aizawa, I finally understood what sushi is supposed to taste like. I want you to experience that same moment. Just do it after the race, not before. Worst pick number one is ramen. Yes, I'm saying this as someone who loves ramen. It's one of the best foods in Japan, and I genuinely want you to try it while you are here. But before immersion, ramen, especially rich tonkotsu ramen, that's really good, can be a risky choice, as the broth is often high in fat and really salty, and that combination can sit heavy in your stomach, mess with your sleep, and just make race morning feel worse than it needs to. So here's my rule: ramen is best after the race. Wanna know my recommendations? Honestly, I have so many ramen recommendations, I can't even count them. But let me give you one. Mutekiya in Ikebukuro. It's a rich, full-on tonkotsu ramen, and if you eat it with a big load of garlic, you might never want to leave Japan. And by the way, Ikebukuro is famous as an anime district, but it's also a serious ramen battleground. There are great shops everywhere, so go check it out after the race. If you want more ramen recommendation, leave a comment. Alright, best pick number 3, Soba. If we ask Japanese people, what's a healthy food in Japan? A lot of them will say soba or natto, I think. Soba is great for carb loading because it gives you a solid amount of carbs and it's usually very low in fat. And if you don't drink all the brush, the salt stays more reasonable too. It's also famous in Japan for being relatively low GI compared to a lot of other carb options. So yeah, on paper it sounds perfect. But soba has one serious downside. Buckwheat can cause severe allergies for some people. So if you have never had soba before, I'm sorry, but I can't recommend trying it during race week. And that's exactly why I ranked it number 3 instead of number 1. Anyway, for a great soba spot, I recommend Osoba no Koga in Roppongi. It's a legit, no mistakes kind of place. And just so you know, soba has a lot of different menu styles. But before the race, keep it simple. Kake soba is the safest choice. My personal favorite is tori namban, soba with chicken, but that's more of an anytime comfort bowl. One more tip. Soba actually pairs really well with Japanese sake. So if you are having it after the race, try it with a little sake. If you can enjoy soba like that, you're basically eating like a local. Best pick number 2, onigiri. If you want proof, go check Japanese runners' social media. During race week and especially on race morning, you see so many people eating onigiri. It's honestly everywhere. Onigiri comes in a ton of varieties, but for carb loading, I recommend keeping it super simple. Shiomusubi, plain salted onigiri. There are lots of specialty onigiri shops in Tokyo, but honestly, I usually recommend buying them at a convenience store. Every convenience store chain in Japan competes hard on onigiri quality and variety. So it's actually fun to compare different stores and try different ones. And finally, best pick number 1 is udon. It's healthy, low in fat, and gives you a really solid hit of carbs. It's also easy to digest and gentle on your stomach. Basically, exactly what you want before the race day. And honestly, once you slurp those thick, white, chewy noodles in a rich, dashi-based broth, you'll understand why Japanese people have loved udon for generations. Personally, I always eat udon the day before a race, and a lot of my runner friends do the same. So, with that said, the best pre-race food in Japan is udon. My top recommendation is Tsurutontan. If you were staying areas like Roppongi, Shinjuku, or Shibuya, they have locations there. It's honestly delicious and it feels a bit upscale, kind of a special occasion udon spot. But here's the thing, udon is originally a very everyday working class food in Japan. So, if you want something more casual, you can find great udon chains all over Tokyo. My go-to picks are Marugame Seimen and Hanamaru Udon. They are really good and super affordable. Yet, I don't see many tourists there. I'm guessing that's because ordering can feel a little confusing if we were visiting from overseas. So right now, I'm actually gonna head to Marugame Seimen and show you exactly how to order it. あったかいかけの波お願いします。ありがとうございます。はい、ペイペイでお願いします。And that's it for today's video. Next, in my Tokyo Marathon Tips series, I'm gonna introduce some of the best running shops in Tokyo. Places that are affordable, fully stocked, and super popular with locals, but most tourists never even discover. But before that, I'll be running the Shinjuku Half Marathon, so my next upload will probably be a race day POV video. Parts of the Shinjuku Half overlap with the Tokyo Marathon course, so it's a really interesting preview for anyone coming from overseas. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And if this video helped, I'd really appreciate a like and drop a comment too. I read them all. See you in the next video. Bye bye.